Blog TV, connecting the world.
Kwangene hata kiralo muntoma o radio kopeana ni teo ni dakika na nuderasi atumunari otomo sawa na iari lu atibong lolo era saparasha akany no elapa ara aparasha tomon no elapa loy kanyet Carlo ilukumni yare kede akaisari anuni kota ishalami kini yasi kopoko na ridauto alomu ntomano radio no kusa no aimoro program la ngaleu ani otomato go lokai kirore rai Charles akeru kwa pedu cha inu nja program lo ageuno osawan ngunule rasi yare ilu atibong itedi sawan iuni ide program lo ngesi yang autosioni luka Bethesda Hospital erade kisneja Thomas Roti City West ingesi idumunajo ngesi ido ijasi kire muroko kama kolia aranasin jana kina kalwa ngaleu anwa anyune be ngara kino jo koto madiuri bokere na isuro kini jo kwa petuani nijari okwapna kolong lolobo bani joni kede Dr. Bwenje Robert ijengesne kede amo kolea ite Asima Stella ano lolobo bona mora chenu kamnara kede eja utene ngondla ngaleu ido duch keda dokta ne inana na kromi kamtosi akituku arebonate ati okusongune tere kina kede akituki kela kede achebo isone kamnara kede akituku ne nare babokony so lolobo bani iloso na ire kina kromi kamtosi cancer lo akituku ido rai iborene Paul ijaibo ikintoma o radio o sodijo inat isana lo ngai kina jesimu ayaunu kona umisho otomo note iuni ikanyangon iare kanyeuni wongone note ikanyuni keda wongon ipero bobojo ayaun otoma note kanyari note diopet ikanyuni keda wongon note yare keda diopet preja jukakin so SMS darebo isaimaisa kede WhatsApp otomo note kanyari keda nikany ikanyuni wongone note ikanyuni iuni keda iare kota isukunyunu jochut otoma osana lu abakasebe yoga alomu toma o program and without wasting time I would want to welcome my guests who are with us tonight to discuss issues pertaining health, and it's very important. It is very crucial for us to understand that health is a priority in life. And tonight, still, I have Dr. Bwenje Robert. He works for Bethesda Hospital in the Department of Dental Care. Thank you for coming. Together with him, I have nurse Asima Stella, who is going to break it down for us to understand in our local language. So, Doctor, you're most welcome to have this show tonight. Last week, we looked at a number of issues concerning dental health, and today we are looking at cancer of the mouth. What are we talking about when it comes to that? Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you very much, Mr. Akeru. I'm always happy to be here. It's always a pleasure for me to keep people informed on matters of health in regards to prevention and living long lives, which actually is, I think, that most people aim to achieve. That's why they say health is wealth, right?
Yeah.
Now, the past 3 weeks, or a month, we have talked about, majorly, we've talked about dental decay and gum disease. And these conditions are caused by bacteria. These are bacteria that you actually find in the mouth. These are bacteria that live in the mouth naturally. However, because of neglect, usually caused by poor oral hygiene techniques, or totally neglecting oral hygiene by most people, especially those who don't brush at all.
Okay.
And also our diets, our lifestyles, like sugar, especially for decay, all those things contribute to these conditions. However, the beauty of these dental issues, they are highly preventable. Okay. Now, gum disease, dental decay, these are caused by bacteria. And you can prevent them by keeping a good oral hygiene and also watching your diet, mainly. However, today, we're going to talk about cancer of the mouth. And now, this is a whole different condition. This is not necessarily caused by bacteria in the mouth or poor oral hygiene, This is caused by mainly genetics, the way our body is built, is designed, and also diet or lifestyle, and also to a certain extent viruses, which I'll come to. And yes, I'm happy to be here to keep people informed. Yoga Teso, yoga to all the listeners of Voice of Teso. This is Dr. Bwenje Robert here again, happy to keep you guys informed. Now, cancer of the mouth is divided into two. There is a cancer that spreads from the mouth to other parts of the body. Then there's the type that just stays in the mouth or areas around the mouth. Yeah. Now, Charles, I'd like to let you know that the rates of cancer nowadays are growing. And this is caused by general lifestyles of modernity. And back then, we used to eat our food as, organically. We used to grow our foods organically using local manure and all that. And we used to eat fresh food. Nothing was processed. But nowadays, almost everything, I can get it off the supermarket. Yeah. Now, the genetics haven't changed. Those people actually susceptible or vulnerable to catching cancer, it hasn't changed. Okay. And actually, also those who are resistant to cancer are now getting also less resistant to cancer because of changes in our diets and our lifestyle, especially our diet. We are no longer eating fresh food. And remember, the body at all times is fighting cancer. At all times, at every given moment, at this time, for all of us now, our body is fighting cancer. So what is really cancer? Cancer is your body misbehaving. All the time, our parts of the bodies are undergoing the cells that make up our bodies, or the building blocks of our bodies, which you call the cells. Like consider a house. Your body is like a house, and the house is made up of bricks or blocks. Now, these body cells are like bricks that make up your body. Now, for your body to grow or to keep constant or maintain itself, these cells have to divide, multiply, and maintain themselves. Some of them age and get destroyed and are replaced with new ones. Now, cancer is these cells growing out of proportion. They grow out of proportion, they divide rapidly, the body can't keep this system or this mechanism in check. So, part of the body outgrows its normal potential and starts eating up the normal parts of the body. So that's what cancer is really. Now, some cancers divide so fast, they don't give the body enough time to control it, so they spread to other parts of the body. Now, such cancers, we call them malignancies. They spread, or the metastase, they spread from where they start from to other parts. Now, there are cancers that do not spread. The same thing, part of the body is growing out of proportion, but the body is containing it in a way. So the expansion or the growth is happening in one place. We call such cancers benign.
Maybe, doctor, you could first hold it there.
Yes.
And then I bring nurse on board. Yes, nurse. You can break it down. Kotsa misiki ni chute joke. Cancer la kituku.
Atege. Yala mapo kitiku siredion. Lolo bobo jayonik. Aisisia abungeta chena ariye bonikamuni akituku wok. Ido da balembron bokau sabdin loka isisia to onikinwi kamara ke dariye bonangirit. Ariye na ekel araba boso na ekel. Konyelo lo mama ni losi aiteteme nguni chamu tu boni be kamuto seso idibu roto maisisia angin. Isolo lijoni kai tamtama kroni kamara ke di cancer la kituku to anano ku etione jula kini cheguro angaja poko nore konya chamu tu bon bangini tungena no kingangina ati chepaki puputo rjo bonbe ara ekolo ijaka ara ekolo mama eka kamude cancer di jas yo kede jene ngina de kaneba ke cancer nyesari bonne baka bon bara chate tikitiki ido mami dilanga leun ido de rai ariebo ne lo muni otoma ijara konani no ni kangeni tungene na ke ripolo ijo ejai tungalo jas kidare remune polo na iko nai na kamuna riebo ne cancer no nara e rai na tupita rai ne baka be tupita tekere ati chepaki irwana piloto jade kisingista jo bonbe ore angina ejai tungene ne edeka kinare cancer ara bonata chede kasine da ngune wanyana reji muro kingista jo bonbe jitwene ne de kore ara bonata de kana sima bajo beba akechepolo bonbe rangna de kasine ni dila tupite nyo ati chapa ka teker so arera e bonbe je tungene ne je cancer teker ipolo bodare de munaje konai ai kamune cancer lo le baka be cancer so e jemro ne tatam kini loloni ki bonbe abila sina ibadi no cancer la kitu kuni ja tataroni no dile kamunoni tunga era abila sina ngunai era saare e jabila diopet ne balange si bonbe I kamo jo e pedori ngesa pai kini ja kitu kutomane penino mamu e korara boisha cheno akoni kwan konye je kansa bila na yarit nyabala ngesi bonbi kamo jo e pedora e konai akorar akwana konati chepaka e ponele tia katia kwani a iboronguli ai kamara ke dari bone kansa e pedora ta ko ta korar odole chach paka baka yomba adolo kwana tonot araba atuborecha or ngalura araba tuborecha uko yara batubora yi achpaka dola adamada konye dio petelo rale pa ikine ja kitu kune penen so ati chapak ichebore ne baka ibon bene pera yanga one kansa erach pa kinyamata lunyami kwa noni ki koli polo ipolo noni jenon ki bonbe ari polo ko bonbe e wenita kitu kune alelengi na kine e bukoro mi abora misiri ningina okorieti nyamata opolo iti nyamake enyamata ngune joko konya kwana atakana chawa polo rachawa ati chepaka jenon ki kwari jigwelo ne kiboro ngunuli baka bonbi tojo kareti nyamata isikio oran ichiach paka ranya isika kino so iborong na yauta juleta ichebore jaso oboro osokoni ngina ilosi jagwelu na gwelu ni nyamata lwe jase kinyali ta isek mame kutoske di nyamata kololi ikona lemuno niko misiri bonbe kori kita lemuno jikoni nyamata to emo kine bia kino sefla osode doro kin konyara lu litemono kita isek so juleta na lom toto makor ni korion kinyamata to mepone litemono kineri nyamata woko ngunuli balon kibonbe nyamte ngapa ka kota lemuno polo supermarket alosi esunyake na nyama riboro ngunulu epu aya utationi sini jayon kajulu juleta ni pune jao kangale wanyun jogoni be itunga ichadu mute kansa oto mubora ngunali kamara ke nyamata likona li nyamoniki osori bodo bibore ni iuniki ni ene bale murona ne bonbe yene mina yanga una chipake kansa rainyo ibore na baka bonbi virus esichiara bikuri che le pedora kwana dumuno soda emene kona itjor osuro kini angale una kone kwana nangale una kona kitu ko ina kini jonyo ationis nebu na poloro soda around nyo e cancer.
Yes, doctor.
Thank you very much, Stella. Now, regarding that, cancer, people think cancer is really like a disease that comes from outside, but it's just your body deciding to overgrow, a particular part of your body deciding to overgrow. And like I said, the rates of that issue is growing because of the factors that we already mentioned, that is poor diet. Now, by poor diet is having as limited fresh food in your diet as possible. And that includes having no fruits, having no vegetables. Nowadays, we're just eating, no vegetables attached to that, no fresh fruits attached to that. And even when you have fresh fruits, we're not having them whole, we're eating them as processed juices that are packaged and we buy from supermarkets. And in those juices, obviously, they add preservatives, stabilizers, and all those chemicals they put in there to maintain the taste of the juice for a long time. All those things, when ingested over time, can make your body very weak and easy and unable to fight cancer. Like I said, cancer is already happening in our bodies. Our body is just strong enough to hold it in place. Now, some people have a tendency to not be able to fight that easily. And genetically, they are weak, so they can easily get cancer. Let's take an example. Cigarettes or smoking and alcohol are actually the biggest causative agents of cancer in the mouth. Now, I'm going to focus on cancer in the mouth. There's cancer, all these conditions, poor diet, viruses, alcohol, smoking, all these things cause cancer in other parts of the body. But they can also cause cancer in the mouth. For example, smoking, a person who smokes on the regular, and I'm counting maybe at least 2 cigarettes a day, such a person has a chance of 5 to 10 times the chance of catching mouth cancer compared to a person who doesn't smoke at all. Now, look at alcohol also. Alcohol is responsible for about 5% of all cancers in the body, generally speaking, cancers in general. But over 50% of the cancers caused by alcohol are in the mouth and the throat. Yeah. So actually, it's that serious. Alcohol is that serious. Alcohol, cigarettes or tobacco have this chemicals in them that can alter. Like I said, cancer is body cells dividing abnormally and overwhelming the body's defense systems, and they end up attacking the normal cells and causing death eventually when they attack parts of the body that we need to keep functioning, like the brain, the heart, the liver, the lungs. Now, people who drink alcohol and also smoke, now the risk of catching cancer, like I already said, just smoking alone, drinking alone puts you at a risk of 300% chance, or you're at a risk of thrice as much.
Yao ni kede imrok aresoma kalwa ngale ulum to sotoma dex na ko Bethesda Hospital Dr. Bwenje Robert keda nurse Stella Sima. Yes, doctor, briefly, then we'll be able to switch it to Stella, at least to make us understand more in our local language.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to, I know there's a lot of things to talk about cancer, but in summary, I think I'll let the listeners ask questions around these three things, major things I'm going to mention. Cancer is a disease that is, it's a chronic disease. It's within our bodies. Now, what are the things that make you susceptible to cancer? First of all, your genetic constitution. Some people can easily catch cancer, and other people don't easily catch cancer. That's one. Secondly, our diet. Okay, people who have a bad diet are going to catch cancer more easily than people who have a good diet. By bad diet, I mean processed and fresh food. Other thing is, if you have chronic illnesses that lower your immunity, especially conditions like HIV/AIDS, you're going to easily catch a cancer, especially of the mouth. And also our habits. If you're engaging in daily habits, especially consuming things that irritate a particular part of your body, especially now the mouth. Now, for things that irritate the mouth is tobacco, which I would say smoking, and also alcohol. If you indulge in these habits, you're going to be susceptible to catching cancer. In summary, basically, that is it. And also, what can I add on this? Basically, I think those are the major factors.
Okay.
Low immunity caused by illnesses, or genetic constitution that makes you make it easy for you to catch cancer. Bad food and habits, basically.
Yes, nurse.
Sate keriala mano ya bonga otoma yengu nangin so alosinga atitem kine sotoma asupanut no tamtame muron dano ino ya kere iboro lwe pedorete aina kini jarre ngune polo no ay kamna rebongini ne kansa so ilimo kitone murona nebe na sodit ijayo ne kikede eponeli kwani jaron ka agwela okinyamata binyama nara binyamata ngule dawte temono kini seki arabo lipero ya gwel na rodu karabo supermarket irwa napu ari tungale nyamta pak mamji koto ba lo sta gwel na kokoroso koni o tubu do kwani temono kin e jangu ne dawta tubu seki dumun jo supermarket so inyamata kwata ngunani tungene na idar inye kisa munari nye kako korong na munare jiboro li yata na kino nentite rako korong no salak elai buni jagwe la dara bolo lo ara bomo yara bobi an biya kitero fridge mamji jeni konye koto eji mame patanto na cha mune los ba munare na ochakara eji boro li darete inyamata kwata nye kisa ipos so irwa napu arira ji twene ni mina nyamata kwata nguli temono kita ese kopona ngono raja lemna lo sarasara ipoire ipolo jarere ngone konai aisika muna aira ikamune kansa nari nyamata kwata ngu eje ponelo mame ina kitoto rakoni kwana arere nguna itiji adeka sine ne lomne ta kwana kon oraya dio peta adeka sina ngunu yo kansa ara mamji nyama raito ne dolito sara bonati borolo leba bo ara bonate cabbage sukuma boro kata ngundi jeno ni kikere bon berasi bi sinyi ko kineta ka wata aina ina gugun na itija de kasini akeche kolo bon be jare remne ko nai ay kamne kansa ka chuti ngunda itungalo minasi ay mate sigala ay mate waragi jangun warabe mga mate sigala ko nyaka ijanyaka baka ibangoroni kumesi mina kiro na nyaka sigala ira je ni nyaka isigala ara bonta mat ara ba mat a jon e polo jare rengno adumone ariebo ne kansa na kitu ai telekati tungene ni mame itosoma iborong ni mame masinyo iborong na at least yi yen mame masi borong ne je polo pe gugu ngorinyo ake kuwa na itiji ade kasine osoda yata kininen it oni kichelu jake dade kasine ngununu iliki je kiana ngeni paran kwanati ariebo na ngeni ne kulta lesen ade kangin erani itidisiara gogon koni na okot ITG nyo ariebo sina keche polo bondo ina njare renguna e polo noi na isikamuno nyo ariebo ne kansa dobodo ko inda badumon bonbe ijajo ke ariebo ngin idoko ko bojo nucheno arabe mate sigala ko ngin anyami nyamata ngunulu erai bonbe li lemun jagwelu no o supermarket agwelu na gwelu mina kiti jay wo wa nyamati sana ke reiti aberejo de dorokini luko na dorokin o chaka ke kon nyanya kon mutungulo o nyam oroko siboro ngunu chutejo ka kikoto jay chwe ke auto dangini ijula chpaka wo wateri boriche nyaka kini wo ba kimnare salit mji kota bukor e jajare rengdo no ina idoko dare rengshono jako nai aisika mununyo akon kwan ariebo ngini na e kansa so ipui boro no le betiti ai tam kinesi o jenu to docho konya sawa o Kenya mit so ache kirisi nyiko kito ne emuron ai ngit oto ma ngiseta natit e chama kinon ka pakina ai ngita ngiseta no ngitu jo ibore ni koto jonyo ajenu no so de muron abongo kinijo.
Thank you very much, Stella. Okay, to add also to the habits, we can have oral sex. Oral sex actually can also is one of the biggest causes of cancer, especially now with the rise in the infection rates of this funny virus called the human papilloma virus. Oral sex is associated with a cancer of what we call the throat, especially. And in main, where do we usually find the cancer of the mouth? We usually find it under the tongue or on the sides of the tongue, on the lip, the inside part of the lip, on the gum, inside the cheek, or in the back of the mouth, and sometimes can also be in the roof of the mouth, and on certain occasions you'll find it in the throat with an extension into the mouth. And one of the commonest signs of cancer of the mouth is a wound in the mouth just that does not heal. You've had this wound maybe for a week. Usually we have ulcers in the mouth, but these ulcers resolve on their own. When you rinse your mouth with warm salty water for 1 week, they just go away on their own without any treatment. But the ulcer that is caused by cancer of the mouth just doesn't heal. It just keeps growing bigger and bigger, and in the beginning it doesn't really hurt. But as time goes on, as it gets bigger, and it's infected with the bacteria in the mouth, it starts to hurt, and the pain is really, really great. You do all these treatments, you rinse your mouth, you swallow antibiotics, you take painkillers, but the ulcer just doesn't heal. It just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And what happens next is you start feeling this pain that just comes all the time. You cannot talk well, you cannot swallow well, your teeth start to get loose, and then this other funny symptom is you get bad breath, because the infection of this ulcer that doesn't heal but just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and actually as it grows bigger, part of it starts to rot inside the mouth, and this rotten part gets infected, and that's where the bad smell comes from. And the other sign would be your teeth can start to hurt. And for the malignant types of cancer, or the cancers that spread from one part of the body, usually these cancers don't cause swellings, but once they penetrate from the mouth out into the face, you can see a slight swelling of the face, which is painful when pressed. Now, the cancers that do not spread, the benign ones, those ones call massive swellings. You look at someone's face and it's so big, part of the jaw is swollen because a cancer is sitting somewhere and it's really big. It's expanding the jawbone and pushing teeth far away from each other. So those are the cancers that you experience swelling from. So if you have a swelling, a big swelling of the jaw, that is probably not the cancer that can spread. The cancer that spread don't cause such serious swellings, but they can really eat up the jawbone in a manner that weakens it so badly and cause you serious problems. Now the swellings, especially for cancer that spread, the swellings usually you'll see them in the neck, especially when you have the swelling in the neck that has been there for months, it doesn't go away, and it's hard. You probably have a cancer somewhere in your face, in your mouth, that is spreading slowly. And usually when you come to us, those are the first signs. As a dentist, the first thing that we do is we look for signs of cancer in your mouth or somewhere hidden where we can't see. And we start by checking for lymph nodes, or these are swellings that can capture, or immune systems that can capture cells that try to escape from the main cancer into other parts of the body. Capture these cancer cells. The war happens in these lymph nodes and they swell and they become big, and actually they become really hard. So once you find that you have that, probably have cancer. But now, as a person, a lay person, you may not be able to know that. That's why I always recommend that if you're a smoker, you drink, or you have any condition that lowers your immunity, especially those who have HIV/AIDS, always check with a dentist. So a dentist can do thorough examinations of your neck, your face, your mouth, make sure that there's nothing happening. Now, cancer is really, really deadly of the mouth. And studies have shown that people usually who are diagnosed with cancer, they don't last more than, almost half of them don't last more than 5 years, because this condition is diagnosed very, very late. People usually delay to go and seek treatments or checkups. That's why I recommend twice a year, see a dentist, especially.
Doctor, because of time, I think with that, Nurse Stella will put it together with the questions that people will raise. Because we really see we have about a quarter to the top of the hour. And the number at a keperia no makin so kopana ngesere note uni kanyangon yare ikanya unwongon note kanya uni kedi wongon jenere no kamna rakede kansa la kituk ido achamto mobone be onyo kwapa ngina ijana no nikeda tioksonu ido ya podasi ya kote adomu na ingarakin yesi iminara ya unune pone programs kata lulu angale anwanyu nebe bia iboni okwapa ngina ipedoro ni da ara utitunga litojo kare ja utinelo angale wok atupto sinu ijana kinete oni muroko duchu otoma okwam longese program ngese yanga utosoni luka Bethesda Hospital ido kaponati geutori barabe Bethesda Hospital Eradex neja Thomas Roti City West ido ijana kinete kesi itunga kedio ijana kine kie relo kamanara kede angaleu. Hello.
Yes, hello.
Yes. Yoganoi.
Mamga jina tesomeno kwenye jatar mo angise.
Mama che nerba jamusugun.
Ajeno kumamati.
Okay.
Angati kede wanango. Dogen bokere pikare moro. Dio koketo ne some black whatever yen mogo. Bobo kote male kote. Bobo kote mtore kobino. Can that one also be a cancer?
Okay, you can take it to doctor direct because you can speak English. So you want to pick it very well.
Okay, doctor.
He's getting you.
Yeah, I was like saying, I have my auntie who is having the lips is always, sometimes it is red and it takes time and it is just like wound. Then when we go to treat it with some this herbal, it goes off. Then it keeps again time, then it comes back. After case suffered now for 20 years.
On and off red lips.
It is on and off.
Mm.
Can that one also be a cancer or that one is something else?
Okay, there are specific herbs that she takes and it goes off. Yeah, yes, the auntie that has on and off red lips. Like she has some herbs that she can take and it disappears. For now, 20 years. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, yoga.
Hello.
Ikeutebe poroto tete sorry pukulia jok. Katakwi. Yes.
The problem of having bad smell within the mouth.
Oh, sincerely, bongote kun poroto kwa mumso ipupija jok. Hello? Yoga.
Program. This Emma Zigara Mano.
Yes, Emma.
When I get to Ben Berebe, you have bacteria, the Basakan, yes, it's Najitum and Adito to Porote. Dobo yesi pata na mukara to mado keta ni dobo peringa ko singa around chobo no subala kansa na jatonga na go hoja arabo ye ngesera ko ngaji
Mm. Okay. Yalamanoi na kona ingiseto ponangon koto adomno stila kos ingiseta nambale simere notu ni kanyangon yari ikanyeuni wongone not kanyeuni keda iwongon nera tanwi kamnara kede angale wok narai raibore ni bosakinit ijo kwa pe tungane ni yari anyunube angaleu ngesepedori angarakini jo atchepakti apedora krona kirianu toto mokal narai ekalelo mami ngalere ijasati uksoda nwe kamna rakede apolotoma. Hello, yoga.
Hello, Muria.
Amuria ngai kon kiror. Hello. Hello. There we lose him. NRI bareke network mami chae jok kwenye hata mtungesa ya uneke simu alaye Otomo District alo Amuria. Kida katika nami ya pietido kwa naona nwange takno kwa program iroko ikotoa konu omisho. Hello.
Hello.
Yoga.
You're speaking to Charles Kalaki.
Charles Kalaki.
Hey,
Yes.
Charles.
Yes, Charles.
I just think those you tell me. Now this cancer of the lips.
The cancer of the lips. Yes.
In case they identify it is curable or
Okay.
how do they work with it?
Okay, fine. Thank you. The cancer of the lips, is it curable? If eventually it's identified, is it curable? Well, I want to bring Doctor on board. Yeah, Doctor, you can have a summary of those questions, and then Stella, the other side, will make it up a wrap, and then we call it a night.
Thank you very much, dear listeners, for these good questions. Now, who was the one who asked the first question? Okay, the first question came from. Okay, it was about red lips that keeps disappearing on and on for 20 years.
He has an anti for now 20 years.
There are benign cancers or cancers that do not spread from one part of the body to the other. And okay, this couldn't be a cancer really. Sometimes a particular blood vessel in the lip can become big and it swells. So when they use that herb, it shrinks. And when after some time it comes back. So we call those vascular malformations. But anyway, the best thing for him to do is just bring the auntie to Bethesda Hospital Dental Department, so I can have a closer look, and I can be able to give a definitive answer on that. And then the other is a lip, cancer of the lip. Generally speaking, cancer of the mouth is curable if it's diagnosed early. Now, what we do usually is just surgically remove the cancer, cut it off, and leave the normal part of the body to heal on its own. But the problem is most people come when it's too late. That's why I recommend that people, the ones that I mentioned, smokers especially, and alcohol drinkers, and people with HIV, they should come and do regular checkups. So when you see an ulcer early, we can do a sample of it and take it for analysis. And if it's a cancer, we just treat it there and then. But if you wait too long, the treatment is really, really aggressive. You might end up cutting off half your lip, half your jawbone, and then you stay with half a face. And sometimes surgery is not possible because doing a surgery is going to cause such a great deal of damage that the surgery, you may not even survive after the surgery. So we just send you to Uganda Cancer Institute, and they treat you with drugs and x-rays to treat the cancer. And usually, like I said, people who are diagnosed at this late stages, 50% of them don't live for more than 5 years. They usually die before the 5 years pass. So the best thing to do is just check with the dentist. Bethesda Hospital is always available for that. We have the technology and the expertise required to see such early, and the labs necessary to identify if an ulcer or a swelling is a cancer or not. So you just come for that, and then we can be able to help you at Bethesda Hospital.
Yes. The third one of MI, someone who has had candida on and off, candida of the mouth, the throat, can it be treated easily? And if so, if it takes a long run, can it cause cancer?
Okay, cancer, if like I said, anything that irritates the mouth for a long period of time, and candida is one of them, can actually result into cancer. Now, what causes candida of the mouth and the throat is usually very low immunity of the body. So what we do to treat that, we don't treat the candida as is. We treat the cause of the low immunity of the body that is causing the candida. So the best thing to do is see a doctor or a dentist in this case first, so we can identify what is causing the immunity that is encouraging candida to grow. Because candida exists naturally in your mouth. It's there. It's a fungus. But what causes it to overgrow is low immunity. But what causes the low immunity? Many factors. So now you have to see a doctor for us to be able to know what is causing the low immunity so we can best treat candida.
Okay. Yes, Nas, you can run through very fast because of time.
Atekera kotonga akeria ratipete ajulakin beranyu nuneta no bemro no ina koni foto mateso dodo kointo na golokin keda angiseta ngina uni oto adepeto to manyu nuneta no elimo ito ne muro na nge sate marbon be elo munu jaji mi akituko ajimi sidu chara e tribon be jaje malaria ikonai ajimi sungune rasmi ngale undachpaka parasha area uni ije mujimuju keda munyu ngale uni konyanu ajimi serai ne pa ikini jakituko yasa polo mame janga leunuda yare kini ja pipilu ni pupundo ja kituko nara du chaji me ja kituko irwa napu pipil so wanyu je won bari alomunyo ariebo anyu neta yanges janyun bonbe etiono kwana jara nya kai nyamat etiona ilikor pipil ilikor ji nyamata de pipil ojenun je bonbe janyo ationis ati chepak dodi ariti bonbe re kansa ngese konai alo ma kituko asari boy aji mingina dauna woja olo munu do kwa ne wuri ale rononyo akituko nara irwa na boy kinaji mingin miji pera iswaga kituko ne jokum pera tala ke beitor pipilangi irita chipakara iba pipila kituko kara iba otinyo konen pupija pipil so lomna wuri sigini niko nai ne rono to ma kituko kon adi chipakara rai bon bi kamotu jo kansa ngon aboko nyara bonata ko itingi ne tingitikel owanyi jomon be yaguno sinyo ikonikel mambo bikela kone gogo nkase kajiata taro wanji bon bat atiche pake rainyo anyu netanginda na kansa osodi konte jadi borongu limino na nyare banga ruwe irwa na che ichetu ngalwe emisiana raka arit ichika kajo o shebi kede kwa kuna kiti konene jiboro li lungu rasa ne niteji lungu rasi bala le mara kate jarari kako ara nyo kwa ni bore ne longororo mama beti jai tirori borongu no takanete nesma mji pedora jicha iko na jinda bale jasnen konyi de kakini je kansa wanji bon bangarwe nguna alala kata ne tonjori tungenene ni mami jeni be jale munenda ija tirori te ipupi jo chitu bonbe inyobo na ibere ba lomu ngane era ngarwe nuleme jajo sek konyanu na rebon batamate tijile made kanyina akuroki ulala kata kisdo polokoto era anyunete nanyo ne kansa so ikoto nkanyun bonbe at bongo kinangi setano na bongo ke muro no tomateso eja kadlo so ditingi siti bonbe ija sikedanyo no erengak konyi matangi si ata goro eminasa aikonai abongor beranga lekin konyi bobobongu nete ati chepak erai epone chele kansa konyore kansa lolo balon konwe mara ile kora ere kansa lejia inepenen idoda arai mamera kwaen era mori nwalala kata ejamori ngune minasa lala rela lara morare rai nin chara kejara iwanjo bon balomaji mi dati chepaki mata jata gorong ne rata gorong ne jasi kede ibore ngine ina kina moting na yuda kina bongukin ebonga moting na yuda kina wanjo bon bangale kinyo aji minginda konyirwa na idauja woja bobo obongu ni ngesi so ne joka kerenge saya ngauna adekana dekis oso de muro na nyanar osota limokini jo ibore ni becho kina nara du chibore wanyon ese sene muro no sura nyana rajo ngese pata na raina nja bungu kinete na ibecho kina osodi konyete eme balabon be candida la kituku nyobe yanga oni dobe pedora amuk muke un dobe da wojau pedora dum ar luore raune kansa bale muron bonbe iro anapo candida je kamuna akeche polo bonbe jai akon gogo nguna kwa naiti jade kasni bongorti kwa sa akeche polo bonbe are kala nyaka ja ko te tiji ari bosine kwa natano koto bereja abune radekis ara balosa dex ne yap yo sota anyun bonbe inyobe na kita gogo nguna kon ko te bongi kwa mame na kite pedore tiji nyo ade kasine kwa natano nare candida eraile beti ITG so obiade kiso sota anya na rejo osota ina kinja abongo kinete ni becho kina esawa wa Kenya mitoni so achamuntu ngobon bareji che bore ni koto jo ai nyetun e je namba lo ikamara ke da dekis ara isa ina kini jo teterji ko nai teterji pedori ai ngitangi setang no sera ina kini jo habungo kinet pedori ya no mesimu enoti kanyare ikanyauni edio peti kanyape yare ikanyape ikanyauni kany e namba ngoni jai to no WhatsApp are ja yo ke de simule WhatsApp pedori ya jukuna konengi seto so de munar emro na ina kini jo abungo kinet na ibejo kina
Yalamanoi ido akoto danga shalam kini atekerilwa jase pupete programa chamtongo be na uniete bobo ibuno na jautune pene ido lolo ya keda Dr. Robert Bwenje loda isoma itoma atenu tungine ya itera itea kronu boko nyara ba kitu kuna itunga Automadex na Bethesda Hospital kedo anwajula kina ngaje penore ama kolea ite asima Stella ngesaja sine ano aitodoli kino ne program lo
Block TV, connecting the world.